Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Hello fellow writers. So I already started on the next thing and I totally forgot to update y'all. I'm so sorry, but I started on two different things. One, I went through this sci-fi novel. I just read through and I was looking for pictures that represented the chapter, and then I went into my updated outline and kind of put the picture on top. Just for me, when I'm doing the outline, I can kind of remember what that chapter was about. And then I started going into my other novel, Lum, Lumm. This is the contemporary fiction, woman fiction that I was talking about before. It's about a young woman who finds out she's adopted and travels to her birth home to try and find her biological parents, and she ends up falling in love. And so it's a very interesting story. I'm excited to get back into it because I really liked my writing style in this story. I mean, there's a lot to still improve on, but I like the writing style. I like the voice. I like the dialogue, some of the dialogue. So I've already done chapter one, like an alternative chapter one, with the way that I want it to begin, and then I'm keeping most of it. I'm just adding things and like moving it. And then chapter two is already pretty short, I believe. So I'm gonna see whether I want to add something to make it longer, or maybe I just need to focus on adding more descriptions, maybe adding more about her family. I think I've talked about this before, rushing through the story, and so I'm finding places where I can slow down and allow the reader to kind of take in the setting, take in the characters, and take in the information that they're receiving. So chapter two would be a great place to slow that down. Chapter one is a lot more fast-paced, and that is what I intended. So I think it'd be great to slow down chapter two. So I'm gonna brainstorm some ideas and see what I can come up with in terms of changes. And you all will see that. So let's get back into it. Okay, I just thought of something. I'm on chapter 3, still here, barely started, and there's some research I need to do. But I was thinking, what if I just make a note for each chapter, like when I'm doing the outline here, and just put like research this, like research notes attached to each chapter in my outline. And it's like, okay, research this. That way, when I'm done with the plot, if the research doesn't have to do with the plot, I can just go back after, and then I don't have to try and remember what I needed to look up, and I don't need to pause writing to spend 2 hours researching something. I could just come back to it. Wow, that's gonna really help. That's a pretty good idea. So that's what I need to do. I'm trying to decide on when to put a time jump. It's gonna be 2 years into the future, but I'm not sure if after chapter 2 I should go into the time. I guess that makes more sense, because I wanted something in the future, but not too far from, maybe like a few months after chapter 2, the events in chapter 2. And then chapter 4 was gonna be like 2 years later. But now, what would be the point of that unless I was going to add more about her life where she is? Which I could do, but I just don't. The story is more about her journey in her birth country. So I just don't want to spend too much time where she's at and going through that. But on the one hand, I could see it because she's leaving soon. Actually, the thing is, she's not expecting to stay long. So, yeah, that's kind of what I'm trying to figure out. I think I might just do an immediate time jump. Maybe she's spending her last few days living it up in her city and hanging out with friends, and it's her last day at work. And then she leaves. I think that makes more sense. I don't want to do choppy time jumps. Yeah, so we're gonna do that. Actually, should it be her last day of work here? Maybe it's her last week. she's... Oh, okay, so I thought that she had a meeting with someone. But then I was like, what if she's interviewing her replacement? I'm gonna keep that idea. So this is what I have so far. I did chapter 1 yesterday. I did chapter 2 and 3 today, which I'm very proud of. And I'm gonna go ahead and get ready for bed and do chapter 4 tomorrow. But I like what I've written up. Things are coming to me, and I hope that when I actually do get started writing, I hope everything comes together and it sounds really good, because this story is going to be very different than the other stories that I've worked on. So I don't know, I'm just feeling so blessed to have this passion. I just love it so much. Telling these character stories is such an amazing thing to do. They may not exist in the real world, but they exist to me, and they have so much to say. They have so much to show, and if I'm able to present that to the world, to myself, then I want to do that. I want to share their thoughts, their fears, and their journeys, because some of it is relatable, some of it is enjoyable, it's amusing, it's gut-wrenching, it's heartbreaking, it's lovely. It makes you feel a whole lot of things, and you also learn so much. I have learned so much by writing. I have learned so much, and I love to learn, so it's just something so perfect for me. And I hate that I have to go to sleep, because I want to keep working on it. I want to keep working on this, but I can't. But I can't. But tonight, I could keep working on it, but I want to keep reading The 100 Secret Scents by Amy Tan. Love that book. You guys should go find it and read it. So, in order to do that, I need to get up.